Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Governor Terry McAuliffe from Virginia.
Hello, Democrats! Thank you. Thank you. This is an extraordinary day. This is a day that will change the political history of our country. It is the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, and it's a day that I guarantee you will remember forever, because you will be able to say, I was there when we nominated Hillary Clinton to be the next president of the United States of America. And more importantly, when we made history, when we selected, and I am so proud to announce it for the first time, the first woman nominee in American history to lead our party to the White House. When we selected a nominee who has fought her whole life for greater justice, equality, and the opportunity for every single American. When we selected a nominee who doesn't just talk about making America stronger around the world, she's the only candidate with a specific plan to work with our allies and to fight ISIS all over the globe. My friends, Hillary Clinton is a nominee who is ready to stand up to the hatred and the fear-mongering and send Donald Trump back to his bankrupt casinos where he belongs. Of course, I would be remiss if I did not praise Hillary for her excellent judgment in selecting my friend and fellow Virginian Tim Kaine to be the next Vice President of the United States. And you can support that effort right now by going to HillaryClinton.com. Now, folks, I've known Hillary and her husband Bill for more than half of my life. I love this woman. I still remember her playing mermaid in the pool with our youngest daughter, Sally, for hours on family vacations. I was proud. She was the first person to call and congratulate our oldest son, Jack, when he began his career as an officer in the United States Marine Corps. And I'll never forget when she and then President Clinton did not hesitate to travel through a blizzard to attend my father's funeral. That is something you will never forget. That is friendship. Hillary is tough. She is determined. She is an amazing mother, grandmother, and wife. And I know that she loves this country more than anything else. Compare that to what we just heard from Donald Trump and the Republicans. They spent 4 days tearing down our country. They blamed immigrants. They blamed refugees. They blamed affordable health care and offered no solutions other than giving the nuclear codes to a man who praises Vladimir Putin and Saddam Hussein. If Donald Trump really cared about American greatness, he wouldn't attack Democrats. He would follow our lead. In Virginia, we're putting our values into action to create jobs and bring our unemployment rate down from 5.3% when I took office to 3.7% today, the steepest decline a governor has seen at this point in 32 years in Virginia. We have made record investments in public education, expanded access, so we have a healthy, nutritious plan for all of our children. And let me tell you this, folks, I'm so proud of Virginia. We were the first state in the United States of America to be certified to functionally have ended veteran homelessness in our state. We have fought Republican efforts to discriminate against LGBT Virginians, and we have stood up for a woman's right to choose, and we are overcoming obstacles to deny hundreds of thousands of former felons their right to vote, because history tells us that enemies of progress can slow the march toward justice and equality, but they cannot stop us. We have come so far since 2008, but there is more work to be done. That's why I support Hillary Clinton, because I want a president who will build an economy that works for everyone, not just those at the top. A president who tackles global warming head-on and stands up for common-sense solutions that keep guns away from dangerous people. A president who has vision, purpose, and the experience to lead our nation, not cheesy slogans and silly hats. A president who will build our country up and not tear it down to scare up votes. My friends, I have known Hillary for decades. I have seen her in action. I know that she will be the kind of leader that she will be, and she will lead this nation. Tonight we made history, but the fight has just begun. It is time for all of us to get to work and to make my friend Hillary Clinton the next president of the United States of America. Thank you.